Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me on the Anointed Attorney YouTube channel. My name is attorney Aigné Goldsby. I'm the Anointed Attorney and founder of Goldsby Law PLLC. I'm a legacy lawyer for families and businesses admitted to practice law here in the state of Connecticut. So my focus is on Connecticut estate planning as well as state and federal business law. So considering I have a lot of clients that are in business, I've gotten a lot of questions about this new corporate transparency law that goes into effect on January 1st of 2024. So I wanted to come on here and record this video to answer some of the questions that I've been getting and also share it with all of you, because if my clients have questions, I'm sure other business owners may have questions about this as well. And I do not want people to get misinformed about what the requirements are. And so if you could do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button, and also share this video out with other business owners so that they can get the answers to the questions that they may have as well. So let's start off with, what is the Corporate Transparency Act? Well, the Corporate Transparency Act was signed into law on January 1st, 2021, but it doesn't go into effect until January 1st of 2024. And the focus is on financial crimes. They're investigating financial crimes, and because they want to get information about some of these crimes that may be taking place, think of money laundering and tax evasion as some examples. What they're doing is they're requiring beneficial ownership information of certain corporations and businesses. So the Corporate Transparency Act is asking for all businesses, I'll talk about who will be exempt from this in a second, but generally most LLCs and corporations are going to be required to comply with this. And essentially what they want is a beneficial ownership information report, also known as a BOI report. This report is going to ask for information of the business ownership. Anyone that owns a 25% share in the business or more is going to be considered a beneficial owner and be required to report their information. So this isn't something that is optional. This is definitely something that if you're a business owner, you need to comply with. But I don't want you to get scared. I've been seeing a lot of videos where people are telling business owners that if they don't comply, they're going to be required to pay a $500 fine or have potential prison time. That's half true. So let's break that down. What the act is requiring of old businesses, meaning if you were a business that was formed prior to January 1st of 2024, you have until January 1st of 2025 to comply with this act. So you will have an entire year to submit your beneficial ownership information report or your BOI report. So you have plenty of time to comply with this information. I wanted to put that out there because so many people are afraid that they're going to have to pay these fines. So long as you comply with the act by January 1st of 2025, your business will be in compliance if you were formed prior to January 1st of 2024. Now, if you are a business that is formed after January 1st of 2024, you will have now 90 days to comply with the act. So because you are a new business and you were created or established after January 1st of 2024, your compliance period is much shorter. And so I bring this to the attention, especially to any other lawyers that may be watching this video and assist clients such as I do with entity and business creation. You want to make sure that you're providing your clients this information that they need to comply within 90 days. All right. Now, there are some exemptions to businesses that do not have to comply with this. So if you are a business that is involved in the financial institutions, such as a bank or a credit union, you will be exempt. Public utilities is another type of business that is exempt. Securities brokers, you're also exempt from this. There's an entire list that is broken down on FinCEN's website, and I will also put a link to that in the comments so that you can see the full list of those that are exempt for yourselves. But generally, those types of businesses are the ones that are going to be exempt. Also, if you are a business that has at least 20 full-time employees and you generate over $5 million in gross receipts, you will be exempt from compliance with this information. And so really the bulk of the businesses that are going to be required to respond to this are corporations and LLCs, domestic and foreign, that are pretty much the general everyday type of business. So that's the general information regarding the act. Some people have asked me, well, what information is going to be required to be turned over. So it's not looking for anything overly extensive. The information generally that they're seeking is going to be in the BOI report, the beneficial ownerships, they want their first name and last name, they want their full name. They're also asking for their address, their contact information. So think of general information that you would probably require of somebody that you're doing business with, that will be reported. My understanding is that this information will be kept securely, and so it's not going to be something that is going to be publicly accessible. The other thing that I want to point out is that compliance does not start until January 1st, 2024. So please do not reach out to me and reach out to your attorney and try to get compliance now. You can't. It does not go into effect until January 1st of 2024. So you have plenty of time. What you can do now, between now and January 1st, is to collect some of this information. And so if you are an LLC and you have 4 or 5 different members, you need to be clear on what percentage each of those members own. Again, it's about those that have 25% or more of ownership shares in your business. They are going to be the ones that have to comply. So if you are an LLC and you're a single member LLC, meaning you're the only owner, you're the only person whose information they're going to be seeking. If you have maybe 2 members in your LLC and there's a 50-50 split, both of you will be required to put your information. So this is something that isn't meant to be overly burdensome to require, but it is something that you want to make sure that you do. Another question that I was asked from other people was, well, what happens if I'm late and I do miss the compliance deadline? So if you do miss the compliance deadline, again, if you're a business that was formed before January 1st of 2024, you have until January 1st of 2025 to comply. Any new business after January 1st of 2024, your compliance is due within 90 days. So if you are late, they have a discretion. So it's not mandatory, but they could fine you $500 a day for not being in compliance. So this is definitely very important, but because this is new, I believe that they may provide some grace for certain businesses, but the goal is to obviously get in compliance. So you're not somebody that's going to have to owe them a bunch of money. The other question I got about was criminal. So the only thing that I'm seeing about criminal enforcement is based off of you providing any fraudulent information. So you never want to provide information that is inaccurate or false. So if you provide false or inaccurate information, that's when there may be criminal consequences associated with it. But otherwise, so long as you're reporting within a timely manner and you're not providing any fraudulent information, your business should be just fine. Another thing to look out for, especially for my fellow attorneys, is that if you are considered a company applicant, so you file this paperwork on behalf of a business, your information may be required to be turned over as well. So that's just something to consider for any attorneys or anyone that is providing or creating these entities for these businesses. Again, I am going to provide some information in the notes so that you can check this out for yourself to see if you're in compliance. I'm also going to be posting a blog post as well as a guide on my website. So you can go to goldsbylaw.us and take some more information from my website so that you can learn more specifically about whether or not your business is one that is exempt and whether or not you're in compliance with the Act. So those are the general questions that I've been getting. I'm happy to provide any answers to any questions that you may have if you leave them in the comments, but hopefully this clears some things up for all of you. You're welcome to reach out to me on my website. Again, my name is Attorney Aigné Goldsby, founder of Goldsby Law PLLC, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.